Okay.
443,000 Americans die every single year from smoking or from secondhand smoke. All these deaths are preventable. Not one of them is an accident, and every single one of those people who smoke knows exactly what they're doing to their bodies, and they don't care. Everybody knows someone who does smoke, who has smoked, or who has seen smoking. I got very passionate about this issue because I took health through 5th grade and 8th grade, and every year we learned in depth the effects of smoking and what it does to your body. In high school, we started a chapter of TAT2, which is Teens Against Tobacco Use. And we would go into 5th grade classrooms and we talked about, right there, we gave them the information and we talked about what it does to your body and ways to say no and that it's not a joke and it doesn't make you look cool. And I really thought that was awesome because instead of trying to get people to quit, we stopped it right there. We wanted to make kids think that smoking wasn't even an option and that it's that bad for you. There are no positives to smoking. It is all negative and all it does is cause problems. In this speech, I'm going to talk about the problems, the causes, and the solutions to smoking. I'm going to start off with one of the top 5 deaths in the world, and that is COPD. COPD is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And in 2006, Vindir Strat wrote in the article, "Cigarette Smoke Induced Emphysema," stated that 70% of every person who was ever diagnosed with COPD was a smoker or does smoke. I'm going to talk, and COPD actually is when somebody coughs up mucus, has short breath, and people are more likely to die of the infection because COPD weakens the defensive mechanisms in the lungs. So like my great-grandmother, she passed of influenza because she smoked and that weakened her lung. Next, I'm going to talk about the long-term effects and what it does to your body. I'm going to use this mannequin right here. And first I'm going to start off with the nervous system, and this is the brain. And when you start smoking, it actually changes the chemical made in the brain so that you feel withdrawal symptoms right away. You are also more susceptible to getting a stroke. The next system I will talk about is the circulatory system, which is the veins that you have in your body. Smoking actually clogs the veins, and this makes your heart work even more, so that also could cause heart disease. The next I'm going to talk about is the respiratory, which is the lungs. These lungs are pink, and a smoker's lungs are black and very hard. Some of the cancers that go along with lung disease is lung cancer, COPD, and emphysema. The last I'm going to talk about is the stomach, or is the digestive system, which is a part of the stomach and the mouth. And these cancers are mouth cancers, throat cancer, bladder cancer, and stomach cancer. All of these are long-term effects of smoking. Next, I'm going to talk about some of the causes. First, I'm going to start off with right away short-term effects of smoking that these causes lead up to the long-term effects of smoking. These are bad breath, yellow teeth, your taste buds are reduced, but most importantly, I think the biggest effect is the reduced energy. Because your blood veins are so clogged and caught up that your heart has to work extra hard just to pump blood throughout your body, and that uses all your energy. So your energy is definitely reduced. In 2000, in an article, Emerging Adulthood, A.J.J. Arnett wrote that teens get hooked on smoking because of their transition age. And from middle school to high school, they want to fit in, they want to be cool, and they think that smoking is the answer. And from high school to college, there are less social restrictions, and they want to experiment and get out there, so they also turn to smoking. Actually, in the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services in 2012, stated that out of everybody who smokes, the highest percentage is young teens and young adults. So we make up the majority of smoking. So in my opinion, right now, I feel like we need to focus on stopping kids from smoking in the first place instead of trying to get them to quit. Next, I'm going to talk about the solutions. One way to get teens to stop smoking, or to even just stop them from starting, is home smoking bans. And it is proven in a study that if homes have home smoking bans, then teens are less likely to even start or will become light smokers. The last solution I will discuss is cessation interventions. It takes the average person at least 6 attempts to quit smoking. Basically, you can't quit smoking alone. You have to work with somebody, depend on somebody, but if you have that hard of a time and you really want to, I would say go to professional help and seek medical assistance. They know what to do, they have support groups, and those I think are your best options. I just want people to remember that every death that has to do with smoking is 100% preventable. There is no reason that someone should die of smoking or secondhand smoke. Every single time somebody smokes, you're not only harming your own body and putting yourself at risk, you are also harming those around you by them inhaling your secondhand smoke. I think that prevention is the best